Have you ever seen this briefly unavailable for scheduled maintenance notification on your WordPress website? You are not alone. Almost everyone with a WordPress site has seen this at some point. It's a completely normal function of WordPress's update system, but the problem comes in when it just won't go away. If you want to learn how to get rid of or entirely prevent this notification from disrupting your user's experience, keep on watching. Let's quickly go over why this briefly unavailable for scheduled maintenance notification pops up in the first place. Usually, it only appears for a few seconds when updates to WordPress core, plugins, or themes are being done. A file is created called .maintenance, which displays it, and when the updates are done, the file is removed and the notification disappears. When the briefly unavailable for scheduled maintenance message doesn't disappear, there are a few potential reasons as to why. Perhaps your server's response time was too slow. Maybe a low memory issue or interruption of an update script is causing it. The file may have essentially malfunctioned, and so WordPress still thinks that there are updates to be performed. It's possible that you closed the browser tab before the updates were done, and so the removal of the .maintenance file was never triggered. Or perhaps the software you're updating might be incompatible and causing a conflict. Regardless as to why, the easiest and fastest way to remove the briefly unavailable for scheduled maintenance notification is to manually remove the .maintenance file. Make sure you take a backup of your website before performing updates and before trying to remove this file. Let's start with the FTP method. Use a File Transfer Protocol or FTP application to access your site files. If you're unsure how to use FTP, we've included a link to a tutorial below. Once you have access to your site's files, go to the root of the site or the public HTML folder and find the .maintenance file. Right-click or bring up the context menu to delete it. If you don't see it, make sure that you have enabled Showing Hidden Files. Refresh your site and maintenance mode is now gone. You can also do this via the File Manager in your hosting account. Visit the cPanel or Site Tools area and find the File Manager option. Open up the site files and go to the root of the site or the public HTML folder to find the .maintenance file. Again, right-click or bring up the context menu to delete, or use the delete icon to remove the file. If for some reason you cannot find the .maintenance file, find the one called wp-activate.php. It will be here in the root directory. Find the WP installing parameter once you're there, and change it from true to false. You can do this via the FTP or hosting method, whichever one you prefer. If you're still concerned that this may happen when you perform updates, consider using your own maintenance page when you perform updates, and that way, if something goes wrong, at least your viewers will see what you want them to see and not a confusing notification. There are a lot of maintenance mode plugins that you can use, and we've linked a few below. While it's useful to know how to get rid of the briefly unavailable for scheduled maintenance notification, or how to customize it to better suit your WordPress website, it's even better to prevent it from getting stuck in the first place. Be sure to keep the browser tab open when performing updates to outdated WordPress plugin, theme, or core files. Before adding a plugin or performing an update, make sure that it's compatible with your WordPress version. You can find this information by going to the plugins page in the WordPress repository and finding the mention of compatibility. Make sure to perform your updates one by one. On the Updates page in your dashboard, you can bulk update all plugins at once, but it's much safer to go to the Plugins page and update them individually. It's a good idea to have a staging or development site where you do all of your updates first to make sure that they don't cause any conflicts or errors. And then you can push that version to your live site. If none of these options work, contact your hosting provider. You may need to upgrade your hosting account and get more resources or memory to handle updates properly. I've included some links to hosting companies who have great plans for this. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for future WordPress training and troubleshooting videos. Have a buff-tastic day.